talking to myself for 30 minutes. That's okay. I mean, it's not like I'm not talking to myself right now. Um, did you miss any of that? Anywho, anywho. Let's just give it a little bit of volume so that we can all enjoy some sound effects. Okay, we're back. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Let's just start over. Hey, Happy New Year. Reporting in from Georgia. It's kind of cold out there. I couldn't stream yesterday because I did not have a power plug. It's the same one that we have in India actually, the European standard two-prong one. I used to have that with me, but I didn't. Because I've mostly been in Asia and the States, so I don't need the Indian plug. So I got one today in the morning. The shops were closed yesterday. That is why the delay, but now we're set. I've got groceries, I got eggs, I got coffee, and we are ready to go. I couldn't stream while I was in Thailand because I don't know, something just went off about the internet. I asked a buddy of mine, he said like some issue actually that was affecting the region. That could be it. Or maybe the elves were just not the better management. What else was I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about implementing this system that would allow me to repeat levels, but the exact levels. So, say for example, we're in. So this, I was explaining this like A straights over here. What it does is it picks out all of the it picks out one level from the category. So if there was another A straights up here, for example, this one is going to do the same thing. It's going to dice roll and it's going to it might pick the same level if there are not that many levels to pick from, or it'll pick a different level. Now, what if I wanted to have, say, a section that lifts a level and then repeats it. I can either, I can, if I just do this, something like copy. Okay, so now it's not gonna pick the same one. I need to be able to pick the last one. And there could be like a command for that over here. It cannot be done on the generator side. It'll have to be done live because the game is picking the A straights. What I could do, I just thought this up. Over here, we could have a command that says like into x2. Like you could pick two of them. Like add two of the same one. Where would I use this? Well, for example, we were just working on this level relay 4. Where is it? Relay 4. There you go. Search function. Woohoo! If I wanted to have like this thing repeat, then I would have to make a level, a new level with 2 sections, and in section 1 I would explicitly say D relay 4, and like over here, and then copy that and like have 2 sections with the same level. But if I wanted to just repeat 2 of the same levels, then I won't be able to do it. After having picked one randomly. So that's the problem. I'm not sure if I'm going to really use this. Like it'd be cool if there was a way to randomly multiply the amount of segments, the amount of sections that are being added to the level, just to have a little bit of randomness. Like for example, this is pretty short, right? Like I could string this together, make like 3 of them. I could do it by hand in this level, but if I just wanted like a level where we start off with a regular kind of straight corridor and 1 to 3 instances of DP trick 3. I don't have a way to do that right now. So for example, if I was over here, all right, and I had push section, and inside there was a section link, I would just do some kind of like fields, blah 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 blah, and get a number, like a repeat number, and I could just for loop this, and there you go. You have four sub levels, one after the other, in serial. Would that work? You know what? Let's just try it. For var I is equal to 0, I is less than 2, I plus plus. Here, just every time there's a section with 2 levels, just repeat it. Let's see. Wait. The same level twice. So what this would let me do is repeat 2 of the same levels. Say if I want a straight, if I want 2 straights, I can just be like A straights x2. Now we are, let's say, in A1. Okay, I can just actually see from the debug log. Alright, there you go. AS2, AS2, AT2, AT2, AR6, AR6. So 2 straights, 2 turns. This is going to be tricky now, because like if I string together too many turns, the level will loop in on itself, as it already has. Hasn't it? T2, T2, and then AR6, AR6. So you can't do this for like this level. This is AR6, I think. Am I in A1? No, I'm not in A1. I'm in AR6. I'm in AR6. Yeah, there you go. What has happened here is, bro, why are you stuck over here like this? He's stuck over here because if you look at AR6, see, like, it's just adding another level here. So this block has spawned here, and this guy is stuck inside the wall. Brains. Okay. This will be an easy fix for later. Let's not get too wrapped up into this just yet. I'm just gonna continue making some more levels. Okay, we'll come back to this. should be easy to mirror. Let's try. This guy is not spawning quickly enough. And expect the player to run just a little bit before that guy spawns. Should still be in range. Still in range. Cool. This level didn't save, huh? Still playing that squeaky sound. Let's fix that. That's very important. SFX. Where are the squeak sounds? I've totally lost it. Where is it? Death walks, I think. Yeah. This should not happen. Sound plays if you mess up. Otherwise, did I explain the new melee system? Should I just explain it? I think it solves both problems. Now you can actually just run into enemies and just take them out almost instantly. There is still a little bit of a delay. Okay, if you compare it to like Call of Duty where you're supposed to swipe now, like where it's just like this, you know. You can't do that. That's still off limits. Um, I could change that, but then it's one step at a time. What happens right now is you just have to let the cutscene start. That's it. That's it. Yeah, there you go. Melee finished. Okay. You just yeah, dead. I missed, I think, over there. Something funny going on here. Right? So you see how it's faster, right? You can stab instantly. But that is when you actually succeed at the melee, and that window opens right at the end now. So before, the window was this kind of confusing middle ground where the animation would kind of pause when he would lift the knife, and there wasn't really like an indicator for it except the massive kanji on the screen, which I guess maybe it wasn't showing properly. That's fine, you know. We've gotten rid of that system now, so that QR code should not be showing. With the score. I thought I fixed that. Stats display. Tutorial. No, HUD display. Where is the this should have, I think, stats display. Is it in the HUD? Yeah, it is in the HUD. I could separate these out because heart label, score label. I think it's the score label that is. Okay, let's write some code. I need to get this stuff out of here. Status. Okay, this should not be too difficult, I think. Underscore overlay, draw UI, and I'm drawing the display here, so the ordering of the rendering will remain mostly the same, I think. Draw UI, okay, in encounter, desync label should also be here, I think. Let's take all of these bad boys out of here. Hold to quit timer. Okay, there's gonna be a little bit of moving things around, and I think that's fine. Alright, let's go. Hold to quit, desync, control sprites. What are the control sprites? Oh, these are here too. So if I remove all of this stuff, the HUD would mostly be the in-game rendering. So the blots, all the warning kanji and everything, that is a separate part of the display anyway. So, all right. Let's see how quickly we can get this sorted out. Overlay. Already have it. Nice. Please import the necessary usings. Okay. Hold to quit. So all these bad boys can go here. Is HUD display being spawned here? Yes, it is. HUD display. Control sprites will also spawn here. Can get rid of this. Cancel. I did not mean to press that button. Hold to quit will go into here. We'll see where that's being called later. The placements control change timer. Oh boy, what are you doing here, bro? On app event. Do we have an on app event here? No, we don't. Control preset change. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll add it. Dispatch dot no dispatch dot on app event plus is equal to on app event. Okay. Is back placements. Okay. We need to get you out of here too. Okay. Placements. You don't need this anymore. Placements. Controls. Are all of these? I think all of. Okay. Just up until here. Placements in HUD display. Why I'm doing this is because I want the QR code to hide if the score is up. That's it. That's all I want. But this is necessary. Placements. So the design language already has two separate kinds of renderings on the heads-up display. So all the kanji, the colorful kanji that you're seeing, that's on a separate layer of the UI, right? That's like part of the game, right? And all the blue labels, they are part of the the non-diegetic menu, right? Have an update? Do we have a HUD update? Yes, we do. If state dot is game. Okay. Oh, this is so complicated. This blot stuff has to remain there. The rest we can delete. Okay. No. I've gotten this out. I've gotten this out too. And we can get this stuff out. I wonder if I could just ask Gemini to do this for me, but it's gonna move around too much stuff, and I just can't. I cannot. No, cannot do it. Okay, so the stats display is now in the HUD and not the HUD display, and I think we can change that. Yeah, we will change that. We will change that. State is game, not in prompt pause. Energy is less than 3 desync. Fine, fine, fine. Hold to quit. We'll get back to it. Hold to quit timer is less than 0. Oh, that's a lot of logic. Hmm. Let's see if this does the trick. Hmm. Oh. No, 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 no. Hot dot hold to quit active. Stats needs to go into HUD. Refactoring. That problem is still there. Let's try and fix that. See if we can do it. Placements, draw. If transcend is an active, percentage label, hearts label, stats label. Where's the stats label? Points label. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Um, Score label. I need to test something out here. So if I have okay, so that's still working. Why is my dust not animating? Why is my dust not animating? That is very weird. I didn't change anything. Hmm. If not touched. Well, it is touched. Where all is this going to be having a problem? Yep, we will fix this. Public bool touch. Is there a touch function? There isn't a touch function. Touched is equal to true. Public void touch. Okay. Dust ps touched. Touch. nowhere in the game will we ever encounter two of these strung together at the same, like one after the other. That's just never. It's never going to happen. Um, which trains. I wonder what it feels like. Some kind of like repeater command where, say for example, I put like one straight and then the mirror of that straight and then repeat it. Repeater. Like take the level that we already have and then just copy it. We are technically doing that already. We know with the index lookups, but that's happening at the level generator side. It's not happening inside the game. Chance 150. Bruh. 150% chance that it will spawn. So in the new melee, what happens is, if you do a regular stab, you're not getting any points. That's the only penalty. And yeah, that's, that we can argue about that whole thing. At least you can melee now instantly. Okay, like there's that scratching of the itch if you're coming from a regular kind of first-person shooter game where the knife is just like an insta kind of swipe. You can still play that. Okay, so 1 point, 2, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. So that's 4 points, right? Like 4 points. If I want to register those 4 points, I gotta go here and there you go. You also got the 1 extra point that you would get by killing the enemy. I'm gonna change that actually, because what happens if you don't wait, if you just swipe, if you melee too quickly, see, I can't even do it. Because she wants to dance with you, She doesn't want you to play a hack and slash. She just wants to dance with you. And in this case, like you're killing the enemy. You don't realize that the enemies are just there to have some fun. You get caught up into this like hack and slash kind of environment because it's familiar. You feel like you're taking out enemies and being like a big man or something, Can I take out the balloon like this? So funny. I wonder why the collisions are not working. It's very lenient with the aiming and everything. Just have to remember that she's just so that very gratifying kind of sound also will only play if you wait it out. But again, I don't want to incentivize this. So the extra point, I don't think there's space for that. I don't think I wanted to have it work that way. Where is that point coming in from? Let's just check it out. Agent. No, I think it's in game mode. melly/melly contact here. I think in awaken mode also we want this to go by level count. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Just return melee cycle. And I think where this is being called, I can have a check. Yeah, so if we're not in the awaken mode, so the tutorial mode, it's gonna just be the single knife, and in the ascend mode and the transcend mode, we're gonna have the melee count go up by level. So let's just check this out. Ascend. One. And now that we're at level 2, my pills. Now it's gonna go up to 2. Please go up to 2. Please go up to 2. You're not going up to 2. Why are you not going up to 2? I'm in level 2. I'm in level 2 right now. I think this is some issue with the index. Oh. That if condition was not required. Deflect at. Wonder why I had that. Ascend mode level 1. Single knife. Single knife. There's some funny sound happening there. What's up with that? I can use cheat code What is that sound? Something very wrong. Nope. Something is very wrong here. It's happening on deflect, isn't it? And debugging these sounds is very difficult. Agent behaviors sfx.play. I think it's this. I think it's the window open sound. I think that's also happening here. Yeah, this. If v1 is greater than ready frame, it's this. This is wrong. This is all wrong. End range is equal to true. This should only happen. Wait. I think I've identified it. If v is greater than 1 and not in range, well, this should technically also be happening for the first iteration of the melee. So now that there's actually technically two windows. The first one is very subtle. That's the one we're debugging right now. But there's another window that opens when you actually deflect the attack, the parry. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what that feels like. Again. So this is the second window. There are too many sounds. That was the funny how yeah, there's something very wrong here. I think this melee window open sound is not going to be included here. Where all is this being used in the tutorial? Never mind. What's wrong here? The slash sound. I don't know why it's still playing. SFX play alert spark gun cock. Where is the slash sound being played? Contact. No, I don't want to take a screenshot. Slash start. Melee stop. This interrupts the sound. Stabs. 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 I think this is it. Snap. Run gun. Content. Sounds. Stabs. Yep. Yep. Okay. Show yourself. Bruh, why are you doing this? No, this is the only place it's being called. This is only being called if slash start. Only if you slash does this happen. Contact returns true when tamashika is initiated. Returns true when you slash an enemy. Returns false if tamashika is initiated. Returns false. What is this? What is this? I don't understand what this is. If you're in window and stage No, this should still return false. Yeah, this should still return false. That's why it's playing the sound. Essentially, the slash sound should just be played over here in this function and not have the player lift all of that burden. This doesn't need to be here. It's fine. Reload cancel is happening in both. Reload cancel is happening in both cases. No, we are going to change this. Nope. Yeah, this can go. Reload cancel will only happen if you do the stab window. Alright, we're in. Nice. The sounds are much better now. The melee window. Okay, this left shake. Oof, oof, oof. In window, agent in window is equal to true. So this is when the actual window opens. So if and not in window, then you open the window, and when you open the window, you come on, Gemini. Okay, so this is the actual window. Oh, so I just, oh, man, do I actually need two window opening sounds? Oh. Do we need two window opening sounds? We will need two haptic pulses for this too. I really wish I could have gotten the Steam controller thing to work. I would love to test the PlayStation controller. Because it has drivers, right, for Windows. Just couldn't figure that out. Not made John Blow proud. John Blow is not happy with my performance. I need water. Should I order one more of these PowerPoints? These power converters, I could use it. Don't tell me there's too many windows already. There is too many windows. Yep. I guess there's one melee window open. No. No, there isn't. Where is it? No, melee window open is a sound effect. Okay. How do we change this? Okay, we make one in range, and then we make the the current one will be in range, and then the other one will be the actual window. Shall we? We shall. Let's do this. Melee window in range. In range. Game event melee window in range, and when it's in range, knife hand holding is done. So the tutorial right now is not teaching you how to do the actual melee. It's just not. It's not part of the game. Completely hidden mechanic for players who are interested in playing the game differently. No information is provided by the game. This will exist as one of those things where players will be like, oh, so you don't wait for the actual window, and then players like, oh, what do you mean? And then they will have some comment on it, of course, like opinion, sure. But until then, the game is just like, melee window in range. Melee window, melee window, melee window. Where are we calling this? We're calling it here. sfx.melee window open. And here we will do the actually melee window. The actually melee window. Melee window, just melee window, okay? This is good. And wherever we need to use this, we'll use it. Melee action dot in window is equal to true. I'm gonna get some water. What were we fixing up there in the HUD? In the hood. Okay. HUD.cs. Hold to quit. Okay, are we putting the stats into the HUD? Can we do this? Where is hide display being called? Fine. This isn't even hide display, this is stats hide. Hide stats. Who's using this? Direction. Oh. If the stats are active, it goes up. Gotcha. Okay. Fine. Alright, bad boy, let's go. HUD display is now going to be storing stats. Here, why don't you just start with this underscore stats. Stats.hide. On event. Is HUD display responding to events? On event. No, this is app event. Oh my god, there's 2 dispatches. It is what it is. HUD.stats.hide, and this hide is for the info overlay. Cool. Hide info, much better. Stats start HUD.stats stats.update will be going here, and stats.draw will be over here, and it will only do so if hold to quit timer is lesser than equal to 0. All the external references are taken care of. My bitrate is too high, huh? Sure. Sure, bro. Tamashika. Just gonna confirm that stats are actually working. They are still working. And they will go away. Once I enter the level. Boom. Some levels start with an enemy right here. It's kind of weird. Maybe the stat display could respond to that, like on enemy sighting. I think I can include this over here. On event. Where was this? Stats on event? No. HUD on event. Okay. Timer start case. Game event dot enemy sighting. Cool. This should work. Clear blots. Game event dot. This is like the classic you're not a good programmer mistake, where there's like a dispatch, but like not all of it is respecting the event system. So in some places I'm just directly calling a function, and in other places I'm using the dispatch. It's horrible. Is it playing it twice now? Why was there a second one? Why was there a second one? Why was there a second one? I heard that. I heard that, Tamashika. Don't try to hide this from me. I think by this time the impossible. How? Is melee in window being unset? it might be being unsaid. After contact, oh, so it's still running, isn't it? Yeah, but it's completed, right? In window is false, completed true. So can I test for this? Maybe I can. Melee action dot completed is false. Melee attack frame shouldn't be called if this is already completed, but the animation is running and that function call is hooked up to the animation system, which is why we need to brute force check it over here. Is that good programming? I don't know, man. Alright, that works. Nice. So there's the sound and then there's the swipe you have. I think a good, what is it? 3 frames, right? 120 ms. 40 ms per frame times 3 times 4 technically about 160 ms. Is that too small a window? I mean, if it isn't, then you should get good. Just get good, bro. Like I was saying. I think that animation also can be different. So when you approach the enemy and the animation starts, it begins by actually going further away from you. So the first after the first window opens, it's kind of like it starts going away from you. So if you slash too quickly, then the enemy is actually almost like 2-3 feet in front of you. So it feels like you actually like cut them from like really far away. It feels off. Well, it should, because you're doing something wrong, but that's besides the point. What I can with the animation basically has the enemy going out and then coming back in. What we could do is delay that animation just a little bit and have it start with it staying in front of the player, and then once the attack frame has started, so there's two animations, there's the build up and then there's the actual attack. I think once the attack animation has started, then we can go like then we can start that kind of sine wave distance thing. Can we do that? Is that doable? How tough is that going to be to implement? Behaviors, distance. No. In attack. See here. In attack. So we have all the variables for us to play with. Distance. I don't have the time to kill frame. I don't have that. It's animation dependent. Technically, what I think what would work is once the attack frame has started, it would go out and quickly come back, and it stays there, exactly there at the distance when the window opens, when the actual window opens. Let's try. Generating suggestions. No, I don't want suggestions, bro. I just wanna distance is equal to, I don't even have a timer here. Do I have a timer? Could I use, I could make it like as a function of the frames. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do the attack frame? We're very choppy though. Actually, you know what? Maybe it being a little bit choppy is not a bad idea. Let's just emulate it for now, okay? I can't even do that because I have no timer at all. Never mind. If not in attack, then distance is 0. Else, if not in window, if you're in attack, okay, but you're not in window, then distance is equal to 0. Now this will be choppy max. Else, if in window, distance is back to 0. Let's do 0.2f here. Distance 1, and like it's just in front of the player if it is in window. It'll be very sudden. It won't be smooth here, which I think is fine for now. Let's check it out. Let's check out what it feels like. Like happening up close and personal. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? I can make it linear. You know what? Okay, if not in window, then distance dot chase 1. Yeah, do it super quick. Here, make it a little bit slow. And if it is in window, then just like you have 3 frames, dude. That's enough time. That's enough time to have the animation feel right. 4 frames in window, but you know, like when you're in window, it's like there's just massive kanji in the center of the screen, so you're not really seeing the animation anyway. No, it's too slow. 15, 25. Not bad at all. So you catch, if you do the instant Beauty knife, the Call of Duty knife, you catch him in range. Otherwise, you can still catch him at a distance. Like this. Once I get into this a little bit, I keep track of it. I think my sense of, like some part of the brain kind of gets used to that. Otherwise, what should happen is like animation start, goes back, and circles in back again. So it's like, yeah, I'll need the timer. I'll need the time for it, the timestamp. How hard is that to get? How hard is it to find the time to attack frame? I'm gonna have to count the number of frames. Time to attack frame. Time to attack frame. That's how, yeah, I want the animation to just build up a little bit. That'll be a good kind of like, what do I want to call it? Kinesthetic language of the animation, and it can remain consistent across all of the melee stages. This is doable. In attack. So once the melee animation starts to play, we are in attack and we're in window when we are within kill frame distance of 3 frames. We just need another variable here. Well, it is 6 frames. Melee attack frame. It's current frame minus frame 1, melee 1 frame index. This is when the melee 1 animation starts in the sprite sheet. So it's a delta basically. Number of frames into the animation. So this is the number of frames into the animation. This is a constant actually. It's a constant. We're doing about what, for 24 frames per second, 41 ms per frame. So if it's 6 frames, it's 3 frames. I can just hard code that. Let's just hard code that for now. Behaviors in window. Okay, we'll just, if not in attack, otherwise distance is equal to, I still don't have a timer. I'm gonna hard code it. Float anim timer timer will only go up if anim timer plus is equal to clock dot raw delta time. No, delta time msec. Raw delta time msec. Okay. Animation anim timer or 41 ms times 3. Okay. And distance can be 1 math dot sine and in math dot pi. That's fine. This is 0 to 1 value. I'll have to max it out. I should max it out. Max math dot minimum value between this and 1. So it doesn't go over 1. Okay. Let's see what this feels like. This should be like a circle kind of feeling. I will go back and then is happening. Oh, this is wrong. Much better. You feel it, right? Like you can feel the like it's not inside the animation, but it is the game kind of like lifting the enemy out of its position. Maybe a little bit more. If I change the attack frames, then this value will have to be changed. Cool. Done. Okay. How long we've been live for? I didn't make any levels again. Let's do a level making stream after this. I'll take a quick break. This is. I should need to just start taking breaks on the stream. Hit some push-ups. Should I just hit some push-ups right now? Oh man, it's too cold outside. I don't think I can go outside. I'm not made for this climate, man. I'm a tropics. I belong in the tropics. The sun is nice though. Ooh. Ooh. It snowed in the morning. Actually, I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. The 5 people who dropped on the stream, thank you. I will see you soon again. Infinite bliss. And Happy New Year once more.